Special Task Force, investigations have been reopened and progress is being made. In the tragic murder of Ahmed Hussein Swale 6 years later, the police service have made an arrest and the suspect was arraigned before court and remanded. Investigations are also ongoing into the election 2020 Tishiman South incident where 2 lives were lost. In Odododio, where 2 persons died, 3 individuals have been charged with conspiracy and murder and committed for trial at the High Court. In Ablikuma Central, where a military officer is alleged to have...
Fratelli, sorelle carissimi, questo è il primo saluto del Cristo risorto, il buon pastore che ha dato la vita per il gregge di Dio. Anch'io vorrei che questo saluto di pace entrasse nel vostro cuore, raggiungesse le vostre famiglie, a tutte le persone, ovunque siano, a tutti i popoli, a tutta la terra. La pace.
Mama Konkonkotv sundi ebrasa nsua so biemde ensa soso eni aboabo anu a yede ba besomo na ntam so no mampanyi John Dramani Mahama'S mfin Dramani atopi eni waboho bi ese ba bi otomfo oboho ne ho hia ne pa edana no waka free opposition e de aba power Ahmed Hussein Swale ewuo ho nsense ne abato a yato atwam mmere bi a enipa bi efa so ehwere won kwa ene by elections ahodo ho basabasa ya mmere bi atwam esisi ye ewo mayimu tuni kro unim se ho bo mu bi na utiri da so tua so na ahome fa ahwenu fofofo na obi de waka na hye asase doti akoma mu dia ene ehase fa nsa guti sanse wose wo mamra ne nyeja safo no ketekete mampo de kra ene niema hodo bi a waye ene de wo beye na nisu ade hu na hodo a efiri so oba ba mu ene entutu ya wo matoto ne nyina da patru ewo ha atamu sepo na Roma asori ene Pope Francis eja wiase ho koye eja yesi ntifu ni ho apejafo asobuso ebobi ne ade apomam ene ntasi yi nipa foforo wo mo eko ba akumienu miensa ene yenim se ewusie tuntum da be ne be kora foforo ma sempa ba ene eja timenya ba bedrum panifo no atimi akwakoyi Pope foforo Cardinal Robert Francis na sabre ene Pope yedine esi so no kasa ne ho kro ne ba ne din a dodo na edebe frɛ no eye Pope Leo ya otoso edu ennan papa wo mfinhia aduosia enkono oba behwe aboa Roma asafo ne hyehye ne ade abuzia wei ene abante bi a wakokro no bo na style wo fa so de wura ba bi okobo kro ne ya sanche ne gina ho mena fa sa kwan no so wonkyere kwan wo fa so ye hu ye ne ogina ayi shop num anye nyina wa ha ne abono dobo a ye besemu abuzia yankoba ni akome ka se obe subscribe wa share wa like na wa comment ha eye Konkonkotv.
Reopening investigations into major unresolved criminal cases. Delivering justice is crucial for national healing and trust in our institutions. And so we promise to open investigations into major unresolved criminal cases, including the 2020 elections killings, Ayawaso Gombai election violence, and the murder of Ahmed Swale and Silas Wolochami. The new Inspector General of Police has established a special task force. Investigations have been reopened and progress is being made. In the tragic murder of Ahmed Hussein Swale 6 years later, the police service have made an arrest and the suspect was arraigned before court and remanded. Investigations are also ongoing into the election 2020 Tishiman South incident where 2 lives were lost. In Odododio, where 2 persons died, 3 individuals have been charged with conspiracy and murder and committed for trial at the High Court. In Ablikuma Central, where a military officer is alleged to have caused a death, the scene has been revisited and a request was made to the Chief of Army Staff for the release of the personnel involved to assist in investigations. For the tragic death of Silas Wolochami in Banda, the Attorney General's office under the previous administration had advised against prosecution due to lack of evidence. But I'm pleased to report that we have reopened the case based on actionable intelligence. In Doma West, where Kofi Robert died, one person has been charged and is standing trial, while the other suspect is at large and is being pursued. In Savlugu, where Zakaria Samira, a 16-year-old, died from a gunshot, efforts are still being made to find the assailant despite a lack of cooperation from witnesses. And concerning the January 31st, 2019, Ayawaso West Wogombai election violence, where 18 persons suffered injury from individuals later identified as national security operatives, we will not let that matter die without justice being served to the victims. ASP Azugo, who was deeply involved in the violence and atrocities on the day, is currently cooperating with the National Investigations Bureau to identify, arrest, and prosecute all those who were involved in the violence. With respect to cases from the 2024 election violence that resulted in tragic deaths in constituencies like Tolong, Damango, Autusenya East, Nkranza South, Ofinso North, and Ahafua North Southwest, the cases are being investigated by the Special Task Force. These are senseless deaths that should never again happen in our nation. Elections are to choose leaders, not to murder our citizens. We're committed to ensuring accountability for political violence so that it will not happen again. And the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund to operationalize financing pillars for this program. Cabinet has approved amendments to the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act and the Labor Act to include specific clauses regarding 24-hour operations. These amendments aim to enhance social protection, create an enabling environment for the 24-hour economy policy, and promote conducive business and labor relations. Already, several businesses are lining up to sign on to this policy. Some tangible actions have also been taken. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center has launched 24-hour premium services to eliminate processing delays for investors. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has launched a 24-hour passport service. The DVLA used a 24-hour service to clear a long-standing 18 months backlog of licenses. In fulfillment of the 120-day commitment, we're pursuing new avenues of job creation. Scrap the e-levy, the COVID levy, the 10% levy on bet winnings, and the emissions levy within my first 90 days in office. These tax expenditure measures were central to our 2025 budget statement. On April 2nd, 2025, I signed several bills into law, including the Electronic Transfer Levy e-levy repeal bill 2025, the Emissions Levy repeal bill, and the betting tax. We have delivered on 3 of these 4 specific tax repeals as promised. The COVID levy has intricate linkages to the existing IMF program. As a value-added tax, we have agreed with our multilateral partners to include it in our overall VAT rationalization exercise that is scheduled for September this year. Distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. The 2025 budget statement allocated 292,400,000 Ghana cedis for this commitment, and I launched this initiative on the 24th of April 2025. Procurement is ongoing for over 6 million sanitary pads, with each student receiving 3 packets per term at the basic level and 4 packets per semester at the secondary level. Distribution will be done through the Ghana Education Service structure to all 261 districts, ensuring that no beneficiary is left out. The distribution will be accompanied by health education, collaboration, reclamation of degraded lands. 7 out of 9 forest reserves have been reclaimed. Illegal miners have been flushed out of these forest reserves. Concerning the ban on mining in forest reserves, on March 20th, 2025, a legislative instrument, LI 2462, was presented to Parliament to amend the Environmental Protection, Mining and Forest Reserves Regulation. This amendment removes the President's power to grant approval for mining and forest reserves. I plan also to amend the Minerals and Mining Act 2003, Act 703, to completely prohibit mining and forest reserves. This would effectively, meticulously, legally, and entirely ban mining in our forest reserves. Account of our actions in the first 120 days of my administration. We laid out a social contract with you, the people of Ghana, with specific promises for this critical initial period. Fellow citizens, I take my promises seriously, and my word is my bond. Although we've established a solid foundation in this first 120 days, considerable work remains on the journey to realize the Ghana we all want together. This journey requires the collective effort of all of us, and I'm profoundly grateful for the mandate you have given me and my government to lead this nation. Your trust is our most valued asset, and we'll continue to work tirelessly to deserve that trust. And so I call upon every Ghanaian in every city, town, and village, in every sector of our economy, across every political divide, to join hands with us. Let us continue to work hard together, united by one purpose and a shared vision to overcome the challenges and build a brighter, more prosperous future for our beloved nation.
No, but Madam, I had to come now. Expert. Open top is here. Never see the time of the
Fratelli, sorelle carissimi, questo è il primo saluto del Cristo risorto, il buon pastore che ha dato la vita per il gregge di Dio. Anch'io vorrei che questo saluto di pace entrasse nel vostro cuore, raggiungesse le vostre famiglie, a tutte le persone, ovunque siano, a tutti i popoli, a tutta la terra. La pace sia con voi. Questa è la pace di Cristo risorto, una pace disarmata e una pace disarmante, umile e perseverante. Proviene da Dio, Dio che ci ama a tutti incondizionalmente. La pace sia con voi.
Brothers,
Questa è la pace di Cristo risorto,
this is the peace
una
of the risen
pace
Christ.
disarmata e una pace disarmante.